Good morning and welcome to the third Student Research Symposium of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences 2023. After 4 years, we re-emerge with the third Student Research Symposium 2023, organized by the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences of the Open University of Sri Lanka. The second biennial trot of this very symposium was last held in 2019. Since then, through numerous challenges, we were silently waiting for the right time. Thus, here we are today, eagerly waiting to lend a ear, not just to hear, but to comprehend the enthusiastic observations laid on the table by our very own colleagues of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Therefore, members of the management, my dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences in bringing this symposium for the benefit of its own students under the theme, New Directions in the Humanities and Social Sciences. With that, without further ado, please rise for the national anthem.
To mark the commencement of the third Student Research Symposium of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences of Open University Sri Lanka, we would like to invite the following distinguished guests for the ceremonial lighting of the oil lamp. Vice Chancellor, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Senior Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratna. Please head to the oil lamp. Yes. Keynote Speaker, Dean, Faculty of Law, University of Colombo, Nishantha Sampath Punchiheva. Dean, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Professor Anton Piyaratna. Dean, Faculty of Engineering, Dr. H.G.P.A. Ratnavira. Dean, Faculty of Education, Dr. D.V.M. De Silva. Dean, Faculty of Natural Sciences, Professor G.W.A. Rohan Fernando. Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Professor Nalin Abesekara. Dean, Faculty of Health Sciences, Dr. B. Sunil S. De Silva. Registrar, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Ms. W. L. Vindhya Jayasena. Bursar, Dr. W. M. K. G. A. Vikramasinghe. Head of the Department of Language Studies, Dr. Kala Chandanahan. Head of the Department of Social Studies, Dr. S. Padmanathan. Head of the Department of Legal Studies, Dr. Sanath Vijay Sinha. Head of the Department of English Language Teaching, Dr. S. A. K. Satarasinghe. Director, Research, Senior Professor Shyama Veerakon. Convener, Faculty Student Research Symposium, Professor K.R.M. De Silva. Assistant Registrar, Humanities and Social Sciences, Ms. E.P.I. Premaratna. One student representing the presenters, one student representing the Dean's List awardees.
Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Whose wise words are these? Definitely not mine. It was Nelson Mandela. With this powerful weapon at hand, allow me to welcome the chair of the Student Research Symposium, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Dr. Padmanathan Sammugeswaran, to address the gathering.
Reading South Asian philosophy and aesthetic philosophy, that today the reigning welcome already and bless the event beautifully. With that blessing, welcoming all of you, I consider it a great privilege to deliver welcome address at the 3rd Humanities and Social Sciences Student Research Symposium 2023. I am delighted that we are able to hold this symposium at this stage, since unprecedented national problems such as COVID-19, and socio-political uprising delayed many productive activities in the country. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the Open University of Sri Lanka for the third research symposium. First, we warmly welcome on behalf of Faculty Research Committee of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Professor P.M.C. Thilakaratne, the Vice Chancellor, the Open University of Sri Lanka. We welcome Vice Chancellor, just not a Vice Chancellor, but he was encouraging us and promoting this event to be held and to be success. We welcome today's keynote speaker, Professor Nishanda Sambath Punjiheva, Dean, Faculty of Law, University of Colombo. Our Dean, Professor Anton Piyaratne, we warmly welcome. He has given enormous support and encouragement and motivation always to be held this symposium today. We welcome Dr. W.M.K.G.A. Vikramasinghe Bursa of the Open University and Registrar Ms. Vindhya Jayasena, Registrar of the Open University. It's very important to welcome all the administrative and the structural, the divisions such as academic divisions such as faculties. So first I will welcome Dr. H.G.P.A. Ratnavira, Dean, Faculty of Engineering Technology, Professor Rohan Fernando, Dean, Faculty of Natural Sciences, Dr. D.V.M. D. Silva, Dean, Faculty of Education, Professor Nalin Abesagara, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Dr. B. Sunil D. Silva, Dean, Faculty of Health Sciences, Senior Professor Shyama Veerakon, Director, Research Unit, and all the directors of respective units and centers. And we warmly welcome all the presenters, awardees of Dean List and SRS Organizing Committee, and all other members if I have left. I am also thrilled that you are gathering on this university today because I believe that your talent, your imagination, your perspective, and your energy are crucial to the future of this university, to the future of universities throughout the nation, and to the future of this country. So this university always welcomes students with talents, while other universities based on merits, right? So merits based, but here the talents based. You are all talented, and equally the merits based students, you are here to present your findings, research findings. It's just not the research gathering or sharing the findings, but also you are developing your personality skills in terms of communicative skills and presentation skills, and how to face and how to be more confident in presenting your research findings, and also developing or preparing for your career development. So with this, all of you have attended many school events, but today you are here to present your presentation and your research. It's undergraduate research symposium. It is very important to have. So in this forum, we all warmly welcome all of you to be success. Welcome to the Open University, and best wishes for the successful symposium. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Padmanesan, for your warm welcome. I would like to invite Professor Anton Piyaratne, Dean, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, to address the audience.
Thank you. Good morning to you all. The Vice Chancellor, the keynote speaker, Professor Nishantha Sampath Punchiheva, Deans of the Faculties, the Registrar, the Bursar, Heads of Departments, the Directors, Professors, fellow academics, and also members of the administrative divisions, invited guests, the learners, and also their parents, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. Welcome to our biannual Student Research Symposium, a celebration of curiosity, dedication, and innovation. I'm honored to stand before you as the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, witnessing the remarkable work of our talented students. In these research projects you all did, we see more than just the culmination of countless hours of hard work. We witness embodiment of intellectual passion, the search for knowledge, and the courage to explore unknown frontiers. Each research presentation is a testament to the power of inquiry and boundless potentials of the human mind, that is the mind of the students, the scholars. As we listen to these presentations today, let's remember that research is not confined to libraries and also to the field locations wherever you all did field research. It extends to every corner of our lives, inspiring solutions to challenges both global and local. You all know how much challenge that we face today in the globalized world because of the blunders done by local elites and the international elites. It's about asking questions that push boundaries, challenging the assumptions, and speak in the light of discovery. Discoveries are very much important. Research findings are very much important in a world that we mostly act on emotionally. To the presenters, you all, I praise your dedication and perseverance. Your contribution enrich our academic community and inspire those who follow in your footsteps. Remember, there are other learners who will follow your footsteps. Your willingness to embrace the unknown is a reminder that the quest for knowledge knows no bounds. To the audience, you all, your presence here today speaks volumes. Your support is vital in fostering a culture of learning and exploration that is very much important in a university. Engage with the ideas presented today, ask questions, and let the conversation sparked here resonate beyond the walls of the conference halls that you will be attending in the discussions. In the end, our symposium isn't just about showcasing finished research. It's about celebrating the journey, the process, and the transformative impact that inquiry can have. So let's dive into these conversations with open minds and shared commitment to the pursuit of excellence. Dear distinguished guests, we also have Dean's List Award winners here in the audience. Your achievements go beyond just grades on a transcript. They represent countless hours of hard work, relentless determination, and a genuine passion for learning. Your pursuit of knowledge has not only elevated you, but has also enriched our academic community as a whole. We thank you and we wish you very best. The Dean's List is not just a recognition. It is a testament to your ability to set high standards and exceed them consistently. Your accomplishments inspire your peers and serves as a reminder that with focused effort, great things can be achieved. Can be achieved and also can be achieved more. I again congratulate both group of students who start their scholarly life with this research symposium today, and also the awardees of the Dean's List. Thank you so much and enjoy the symposium. All the best.
Thank you, dear sir, for your wonderful and wise words. It did indeed ring a bell in my head, of course, when he said, research is not confined to a library. Now that is quite the words. And let us all reinforce and boost the innateness within us to question and challenge every assumption made in this world to us, against us, and for us. With that, the honor is mine to welcome the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratne, to address the gathering.
Swamin Wahanse, Avasarai. Very good morning to every one of you today. This moment, of course, gives me immense pleasure to address you, because said that after the 3 years, we have today this significant event, the Faculty Student Research Symposium. The keynote speaker, Professor Sampath Punchiheva, and Professor Anton Piyaratne, Dean Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Professor Nalin Abesekara, Dean Faculty of Management Studies, Dr. D. Silva, Faculty of Health Sciences, and another Dr. D. Silva, Faculty of Education, Dean Faculty of Education, Acting Librarian. Lot of posts are there because there is no other moment to that time in this address all. And Director, Center for Technology and Media, Director, International Relations, Director Operations, Professors of the University, Heads of the Departments, Administrative Officers, and again, most importantly, Dean's List awardees, presenters, parents, and distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when it comes to the research, to me, it is re plus search. Research, again, contribution to the existing body of knowledge. When it comes to the today's, of course, very timely important theme that you have placed, and there are new directions in the humanities and social sciences. When that I wanted to discuss about the new directions, I just jotted down early in the morning because I didn't have time. I returned home around 9:30. 4:30 again I got it up, and I thought that what are the that today's that events I have. So then I searched very quickly. So I would like to that share with you some of my thoughts where this direction of the research of the humanities and social sciences, of course, focusing. New directions that the humanities and social sciences are, again, very dynamic. Because we are in an age characterized by rapid development, technological advancement, shifting global dynamics, and evolving societal changes. Our fields are not only adopting but thriving as we explore uncharted territories and redefine the boundaries of knowledge. Today, we shall embark on a journey through these new directions, guided by innovation, interdisciplinary collaboration, and a dedication to understand the human experience in all its complexity. With this, there are certain that elements involved in this new directions in research in humanities and social sciences. That is, as I said, interdisciplinary infusion. As we stand in the intersection of multiple disciplines, we recognize that many of the world's most pressing issues cannot be understood through the lens of a single field. The humanities and social sciences are coming together with fields like technology today, natural sciences, and engineering in a quest to address challenges such as climate change, social inequality, and digital ethics. Collaborations between historians, psychologists, economists, sociologists, data scientists, for example, yield fresh insights that allow us to tackle multifaceted problems from multiple angles. Second, technology and digital humanities. The digital evolution has ushered in a new era in our disciplines. We are ODL University. The rise of digital humanities empowers us to analyze vast amount of data today, preserve cultural heritage through digitization, and explore innovative ways to engage with texts, artifacts, and artworks. Virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and machine learning enable us to uncover patterns and connections that were once hidden, enriching our understanding of the past, present, and the future. Then next one is more importantly, global perspective and diversity. The humanities and social sciences are no longer confined by geographical boundaries. In an increasingly interconnected world, scholars are embracing global perspectives that emphasize the diversity of human experiences by including marginalized voices and unrepresented narratives. We can create richer, more inclusive understanding of history, society, and culture. This shift encourages empathy and cross-cultural understanding, fostering more harmonious global community. Next one, whatever the research, education, and our behavioral aspects, again the next important thing, guided by ethical considerations. With great power comes with great responsibility always. As we delve into new directions, ethical considerations are paramount. The power of manipulating data, influence public opinion, and shape narratives raises important questions about the impact of our work on society. It is our duty to ensure that our research interventions are guided by ethical principles that prioritize the well-being of individuals and communities. Last one, transcending boundaries of space and time. The digital age has broken down traditional barriers of time and space. We can now study historical contexts alongside contemporary realities, allowing for a deep appreciation of the interplay between continuity and change. Moreover, the virtual realm enables us to participate in international conferences, workshops, and collaborations transcending geographical limitations and facilitating a global exchange of ideas. Now, when it comes to the Open University, again, I reiterate, I'm really happy because we are a ODL University, but this our conference chair, Dr. Padmanation, and the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Anton Peeran, and academics, and the students, all that rallied together to organize this colorful student research symposium today. But this is not only the research symposium, whatever that the sciences, whatever the digital advancements are taking place. Now this platform provides opportunity to our undergraduates to liaise with our academic staff. We are not distant. So they that continuously interacted while going through this booklet, I found many that diverse areas. It means multidisciplinary nature, research titles, of course, addressed. So therefore, not only that, this forum provides students to enhance their soft skills, presentation skills, and to discuss the research issues. And one more example. When I that was the undergraduate final year management degree, 1984, you can calculate my age as well. So I thought that there was no research at that time, no promotion research, but what I did with Asoka Handagama, he was doing further mathematics at the university. With Asoka Handagama, I told him, but I don't like this education. We need to publish something. Then that he asked me, what that you are going to write? No, that I want to write one, that let's say very good magazine, write a journal. We will publish it. Then that I published it, I myself with the printer. So then that is that Gallachu it was called at that time, from that midnight to night to early in the morning. So that printed and published. But what that advantage to the student, that's what story that I need to share with you. What I that gathered and what I that value addition to my first degree came after that. I went to an interview as a manager, grade 6. You won't believe me, that is my second employment where Sri Lanka Atomic Energy Authority. So then, the chairman, Dr. Granil Dharmawardhan, asked that, what is this? Because I brought what is my journal to the interview. Then I said I did a journal. It's that not a research journal, but it is something that collection of articles which I did because it's my passion of working. Then he valued it, and of course selected me to the post. Not only that, my first the overseas trip and as a liaison officer to the International Atomic Energy Agency in Austria, Vienna. That was the that professional life that I that started. The first ever I have seen the foreign land. So the advantage came from the simple booklet. You understand? That is the value of the research or the publication as a student when you are engaged in. Now you can explore the world with this type of that abstract books. Of course, when you are carrying as that young graduate to the that whatever the interview or the forum that you are that going to appear for the that what kind of any kind of an evaluation. So thank you very much for inviting me for this very important occasion. I really like to stay whole day with you, but with my official commitment, I that again request to permit me to leave from this that audience. And I wish very productive day, not only today, again, the coming, that all in the years in the future to flourish like, that what is called like blossoming the daffodils, where that I read in literature, English literature, some of the, the poems what I have learned in the past. So that this university will blossom in the future. So my all friends are also, they are former two deans, I am very sorry, right? Former two deans and Dr. Mahim Mendis, all that our friends. So thank you very much once again. So again, I wish that our students a bright future. Again, one more that I need to mention. The university or the higher education in the world and Sri Lanka will govern by the open and distance learning next 5 years. Not the that physical university, conventional university will not have a chance to that penetrate in the that higher education, because all buildings will be empty with digitalization. Students will that be in the premises, but they are that out of the boundaries. because everywhere, that messages are going, our heads and the body is exposed to all the, that electronic, that whatever the waves, then the Wi-Fi is available, access into the information, then they are not going to, that sit in between the four walls and freely learning. The Open University of Sri Lanka, that's why I said, will blossom in the future. With this hope, I wind up my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor, for highlighting the importance of research in an age of rapid development and how students of humanities and social sciences can lead us in new directions. I now cordially invite Ms. Nisanka Jayaratna, Senior Lecturer, Department of Legal Studies, to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker to the audience.
It's a great pleasure and honor for me to introduce our keynote speaker, Professor Sampath Punchiheva. Professor Nishantha Sampath Punchiheva is a professor in commercial law and the current dean of the Faculty of Law, University of Colombo. He is a reputed scholar and legal researcher with more than 2 decades of experience after starting his academic career as an assistant lecturer in the same faculty. His expertise lies in intellectual property law, and he is one of the few academics in the country to hold a PhD in this subject. One significant contribution of his academic career is publishing 2 books with internationally renowned publishers titled Promoting a Second-Tier Protection Regime for Innovation of Small and Medium Enterprises in South Asia, the Case of Sri Lanka, published by Nomos, Baden, Germany, and Intellectual Property in Tourism and Culture in Sri Lanka, published by the World Intellectual Property Organization. In addition, he secured the Senate Award for Research Excellence by the University of Colombo in 2018. Professor Punchiheva has an outstanding academic track record. He obtained his LLB honors degree from the Faculty of Law, University of Colombo. He pursued his postgraduate studies in Germany, where he obtained his LLM in Intellectual Property and Competition Law from the Munich Intellectual Property Law Center and a PhD in Intellectual Property Law from Ludwig Maximilians University of Munich, Max Planck Institute for Innovation and Competition, the highest ranked university in Germany. He is also an attorney at law of the Supreme Court of Sri Lanka and was called to the bar in 2001. Professor Punchiheva has not only excelled as a renowned academic, but also as an accomplished administrator, holding key positions such as the director of University Business Linkage Cell of University of Colombo, as well as the coordinator of the MPhil PhD program of the Faculty of Law, University of Colombo. He has also served as a faculty board member of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences of the Open University of Sri Lanka. Additionally, he has contributed his expertise at both the international and national levels by serving as a consultant to the World Intellectual Property Organization and a national legal specialist in intellectual property rights and Sri Lankan law to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. He is a member of the Intellectual Property Advisory Commission. In addition to that, Professor Punchiheva is serving as of the Board of Management of the National Science Foundation of Sri Lanka, and he is a member of the Standing Committee for Legal Studies of the University Grant Commission of Sri Lanka. Professor Punchi Heva also contributed to the curriculum development of the new LLB honours degree offered by the Open University of Sri Lanka by serving as a member of the panel of experts for the curriculum revision. Further, he has been offering his valuable service to the Department of Legal Studies for a long period of time in the capacity of a lecturer, marking examiner, content editor, and research supervisor in both LLM and LLB degree programs. With immense honor, I would like to invite Professor Sampath Punchiheva to deliver the keynote speech. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Very good morning to you all. Reverend Sir, Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Deans of the Faculties of the Open University of Sri Lanka, distinguished academics, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. I'm truly delighted to stand before you at this August gathering of young student scholars, which is, in my opinion, is a momentous occasion, a red letter day in the history of the Open University of Sri Lanka. I consider it's a singular honor to me for having invited to speak as the keynote speaker of this momentous occasion. So, thank you very much for inviting me to speak to these young scholars, student scholars of this country. Because as your Vice Chancellor rightly pointed out, that this institution is something, institution of great significance to this country. Because you have the principle of open and distance learning. And everybody in this country who are having thirst of knowledge will come here and of course get the knowledge that they want. I think this is something fascinating, and all the time when Legal Standing Committee of the UGC is having some critiques, I said that I always came forward to defend your institution and position, because I consider everybody who is in need of education should be given an opportunity. So, having said that, I would like to start my presentation. Of course, I was told half an hour, so now it's 20 minutes past 9, and I will try to confine my speech to half an hour or less than that. So, the theme of this undergraduate research symposium is New Directions in the Humanities and Social Sciences. Of course, law is a subset of humanities and social sciences, so it is an appropriate topic to speak about legal research also in my speech, but not most of the part. I will touch the common subject matter pertaining to my topic. So the topic I was asked to deliver is the university student research as a part of research culture in Sri Lanka, prospect, challenges, and the way forward. Right? So I would like to start by saying, quoting from Sir Isaac Newton, who once said that if I see further, it is by standing the shoulders of the giant. It reminds us the importance of research as a stepping stone for future research. So if I see further, if I see cutting edge research by standing on the shoulders of the giant, the previous scholars. And it is true in our all disciplines. And I think this is an appropriate statement that we have to take cognizance of. And when I turn to my topic, research is not only a set of skills, but also way of thinking. In other words, research is to see what everybody else has seen, and to think what nobody else has thought. So it is research means search repeatedly or search again and again in order to bring in fresh knowledge, in order to bring in new thinking. The world that we live has been developed to this level, and we are in now 4th industrial revolution and an era of artificial intelligence. And this world has been developed through research and innovation. I would like to ask you, what is the percentage that Sri Lanka has allocated for research and development out of national GDP? It's 0.7, something very meager, minimal in this country. That is why the Sri Lanka is lagging behind in terms of economic development. Whereas Israel and other countries spend more than 5% of the GDP in research and development. And we have to blame ourselves, not to others. We incline to blame our politicians. But of course, politicians are also sometimes wrong. But priority should be given to innovation, research, development, without which a country cannot race to the next level of development. I remind, it comes to my mind, even a scholar and poet of Sri Lanka who lived in southern part of this country once said that the nation that does not invent new things cannot rise in this competitive world. Alut dෑ නොතනන ජාතිය ලොව නොනැගෙන්නේය. So this is some time ago, in the early part of the 20th century this was spoken, but of course this holds true even up until today. So I think the country has to rethink on innovation and research in order to move forward in this competitive world. So research did not emanate in the present day as we have seen, but it can be traced back to the era of the time of the Socrates, the Greek philosopher, who investigated structure of the society and the causes of social problem more than 2000 years ago. The social research, however, came to the forefront due to the contribution of the French thinker, French philosopher Auguste Comte in the 18th century. And he who brought in the dimension of social research into the research paradigm. Therefore, research is an exercise of production of fresh knowledge. And it is indeed an intellectual activity that has both theoretical and philosophical underpinnings. Because there are some students, I would like to remind you the modern connotation of research, more precisely, was brought in by Robert B. Burns in 1994, who has offered a more precise definition to research. Research, as in his words, a systematic investigation to find answer to specific problems. So this definition has been widely accepted in the research circles in humanities and social sciences. So if I move on to the second part of my presentation, I have to also give the importance of research. There is no need to reinvent the wheel, but research is quintessential for social progress. Investment in research and development decides the shape of the innovation landscape of a country, any country. Where the Sri Lanka stand in research and development expenses as a proportion to the GDP is a question, is a big question, considerable question for us. Even Lord Buddha advocated the importance of research. In Vaggapajja Sutta, in Sakyamuni Buddha said that research and innovation is essential for social progress. In Vaggapajja Sutta, Lord Buddha, under Uttana Sampada, the four conditions of progress for layman life is one of the conditions. Under one of the conditions, Lord Buddha advocated the Uttana Sampada. So research is in line with Uttana Sampada, to innovate, to look to the innovative ideas, fresh ideas. So that is the first principle in Vaggapajja Sutta. Yeah, and then importance of research in social sciences and law. I'm now slipping back to my comfortable zone, my comfort area. That is, a lawyer cannot advance the strongest argument if he or she does not find strongest legal support for an argument. So without research in library, of course, there are 4 research paradigms for us. Doctrinal, or the black letter research. Then we also have comparative legal research. Look outside to look inside. So look other jurisdictions, other countries, to learn lessons and emulate lessons for us. And also empirical research. Now the legal dimension, legal researchers are also very much geared to look at empirical research, bring in evidence and to establish the needs through empirical research, survey evidence, and also multidisciplinary research. For example, now biotechnology research cannot be done from a legal eye only. It has to be the different dimensions. It needs technology, it needs science, and also perhaps artificial intelligence. We may have a blend of many things in modern day research. Therefore, legal researchers will have to be acquainted with all these dimensions. Then we have to see why legal research. Here I dwell with the legal arena. If I draw your attention to the rationale for legal research facilitates the legal process, promotes certainty and influence and development of legal doctrines. Legal research helps us understand what the law is, and it can provide the basis for law reform, promote formulation of better policies, what we lack in the country, and also powerful tool for social change. When you have research informing the law reform, that set of reforms will go a long way in fulfilling the needs of the society. Then about student research in our university. What I see here is a commendable feature, because some time ago my faculty also, students attempted to do this, but of course they are yet to see the light of the day in this endeavor, because I think there was some there needs more guidance to our students. But here is a culmination of effort by the faculty of humanities and social sciences, which is fascinating to me because there are many young students, researchers who will be presenting the best findings, cutting edge research that they have engaged in last couple of months. So, in legal arena, we have to see also student research, which was unknown for last couple of decades. I would confess, being students who passed out in 2000 millennium batch, we did not have any idea of legal student research conferences. But that day has arrived now, because you have student research conferences in the Open University. You have taken the lead and you have pioneered in student research conference, having initiated this symposium. So, I think the reason partly attributed to the culture of research. This is student research conference is a vehicle to promote the student research into the DNA of academic activities of undergraduate studies. So, past 2 decades, student research was not popular, and they were not engaged in research in most cases. However, the dimensions have been changed since then. Now, most of the faculties, departments have research component embedded into the undergraduate curriculum. I will take 2 examples that I know of. Now, my faculty, law faculty, only faculty in the country under the UGC, which has celebrated 75th anniversary, the Diamond Jubilee last year. So, which was established in 1947, and very famous characters, Sir Ivo Jennings, Professor Piris, your own Professor Savitri Gunasekara, who are the giants in the field. So, but up until today, we have not seen a successful student research conferences, and student research in isolation have happened, but not synchronized in the way that you are having today. I think this is a commendable forward step for us. So now all these law schools, law faculties, law departments are having research component into the undergraduate curriculum. So the Open University under new LLB honors curriculum has embedded, enshrined research methodology and undergraduate research in the last final year. Is a commendable effort, and so the Faculty of Law under new curriculum, we have research methodology, legal writing, legal research, advanced legal writing, and also undergraduate dissertation through research, independent research study guided by academics. So I think this is something that we should celebrate, because the research culture has been brought in to the undergraduate curriculum. That would be the stepping stone for student researchers to go to the next level in the future. And also, there had been, from my faculty I can share that there is another development, that is student-led journals. Law faculty has 2 journals. One is Tulawa in the Sinhala medium publication, and Colombo Law Journal by the English medium students. I think in future, Open University and Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences can emulate such model in your undergraduate educational structure. So that is, I just wanted to remind that, and these are the development that have been taken place coincidence with undergraduate research. Then I would like to turn to the prospects and challenges. Undergraduate research is is a fascinating thing. And as I mentioned, it is a vehicle for inculcating research culture in the country. So, in terms of prospects, I would like to mention that interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary research should be undertaken across the departments that will cross-fertilize research culture and undergraduate quality. It will enhance the quality of undergraduate research. Also, social science research with a legal blend will be something I would encourage to our undergraduate students. Dear student, you should have socio-legal research, because that can bring in many perspectives into your research. For example, if we do a research on abortion from societal perspective would not suffice, because it has inherently inherently embedded component of law. Without knowing legal insight, no social. I think your dean will also is a great researcher who will agree with me. So when you bring in legal aspect, that research will also serve as a tool for social change, can be well received by the policymakers, lawmakers of the country. I think some researchers like Professor Indralal Silva has done this nature of this kind of research to blend legal insights with in social research. Maybe another good area is like maybe family matters and also even the death penalty, discourse on many new areas. Artificial intelligence, law, plagiarism, all these things can be taken into consideration by our students, because your generation is different from what we learned as undergraduates 20 years ago. So I invite you to pay your keen attention to this aspect as well. And also research collaborations. I would remind you the importance of research collaboration. Now in the shoes of the dean of the law, law faculty is receiving lot of collaboration requests by different universities. Recently we concluded with Aristotle University of Greece to have student exchange and student research collaboration, and there are many more in the pipeline. I think the Open University, different department can also collaborate, forge collaboration with different distinguished institutions. That will also promote your ranking, and it will benefit the course of the it will benefit student research, and it will create a research culture with different disciplines and different institutions. So that is a prospect for you. And also think about commercialization. I'm not thinking to sell it, but now research, development and commercialization are trinity embraced by many research institutions. So you do your research, and of course you need to publish and also derive some commercial benefits. Even master program or any academic program will have also commercialization aspect, without which we cannot sustain in this competitive world. So I think it is also important to think about practical application in the society and markets. Sometimes social sciences will think that my research will sit in the library. No, nothing. There is nothing like that, because the sitting in the shelf of the library and accumulating dust on your work would not bring you to anywhere. So I think we have to think about innovative ways in which you can commercialize your research. When I was in the US a couple of years ago, I learned that even a manual for education, how to learn alphabet, it's like a storytelling book. So you can develop software to facilitate how to prevent domestic violence. So you do research, and through that a byproduct is a software which can be licensed anywhere in the world. And you have English department, and there is a great need to educate our people in English language. So the rural students, because now we think that everybody has a parity, but in thanks to district quota system, students in Monaragala, Vaunia, all these distant places can still come to medical faculties, law faculties, because of the this quota system. Otherwise, had that not been in place, that would also create social disharmony, because social unrest, because students in a very remote area will not be able to at least earn a C pass, without which you cannot come to law faculty. That is something we have to think about, and I always think that the empowerment of rural hinterland in Sri Lanka should be a priority. Therefore, I think even for empower these students, you have to bring this English education to rural areas. When you have research, and you have to find innovative ways, and when you can do that, embedding that into a software or some program, that can be also commercialized, that can be licensed to different educational institutions. I'm just throwing some ideas that I have learned from more developed jurisdictions in the world. So in terms of challenges, I'm also drawing closer to my time allocation. So in terms of challenges for student research, I would say you need to follow. I was also talking to your dean that research ethics. I think Madam Chairperson of the Ethics Review Committee is there. We generally do not prescribe you to obtain ethical clearance in undergraduate research. However, when there are some sensitive issues you might need, in order to validate your research findings, you might need to obtain research clearance, ethical clearance in your undergraduate. Of course, in my faculty also, we insist ethical clearance in the MPhil, PhD, and also in some cases master's level. I think that has to be revisited in future, because when we promote undergraduate research, you need to validate your findings through different layers of checks and balances. Also, discipline-based marginalization is another barrier, I would say, because when you have legal research, you purely look at black letter doctrinal legal research. Doctrinal legal research means that the researcher examine the law on the point that is under investigation. So you look at the law, you look at the available literature, but you will be living in one paradigm, that is legal research paradigm. I think that may be a rather barrier, challenge you to going beyond legal research paradigm. I think that should be encouraged in our discipline, not only legal discipline but also other disciplines. And also need to interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary research to encourage. We need to pay attention to that factor, encourage interdisciplinary research. And funding issue would be a major bottleneck in your research, because perhaps you need funding opportunities. Its funding is not forthcoming all the time. Funding issue persists in not only in your research, of course, postgraduate research currently, due to the economic downturn and challenges that we face. However, I am a strong believer that undergraduate research should be also given some funding in order to promote innovation, research-driven innovation ecosystem in any country. And also, I think the research will also need adequate time. In undergraduate studies, you are having a marathon, because we have, in my faculty, we have 8 semesters, 4 years, and you may have 4 years, and your time might be a factor that you have to be prepared in order to conduct your research. So time is not on my side now. So in conclusion, I would like to remind you the 21st century is essentially driven by knowledge knowledge economy, and we cannot avoid the trends in the globalized world. Therefore, we need to embrace, and I believe that Sri Lankan University student research is at the initial rung right now, initial level at the moment, and it is of course in its infancy, and therefore it is we need to inculcate research habit into the DNA of undergraduate learning system. And then I believe it is instrumental. It is not an insurmountable challenge. Of course, you can overcome. It is also my hope that beyond applying common concepts, legal concepts, sociology concepts into the real world, the undergraduate research will sharpen your curiosity, hone your skills, and broaden your horizons of understanding in the field, in your chosen field for your research. Therefore, I bring my speech to an end. I must thank you for inviting me and having to make this speech at this momentous occasion. So I once again thank you for patient listening.
Thank you, dear sir, for those words. And it was indeed a wonderful keynote because it opened our eyes to see what everyone has seen and to think what no one else has thought. A quote from his speech. When the Vice Chancellor said about William Wordsworth, these words came to my mind. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. And among this crowd here today, some of these daffodils have definitely entered the list of the Dean's Award. Moving on to that, the honor is mine to humbly invite the Dean, Faculty of Law of the University of Colombo, to give away the awards to these awardees. And also I would like to invite the Assistant Registrar, Ms. Pushpa Premaratne, to read out the list.
Bachelor of Arts Honours in Library and Information Studies. Academic year 2021. Mrs. S.A.D.K. Subhashini. Mr. W.A.S.C. Veerasinghe. Miss T.A.S.H. Tennakon. Miss E.S.R. Senaratne. Mr. H.R.N. Renushan. Mrs. D. Vijayanathan. Mrs. S.T. Vadugedara. Mrs. S.K. Dahanayaka. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. Now I would like to invite Professor Anton Piyaratna, Dean, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, on the stage to give away the awards. Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences degree program, academic year 2021-2022. Mr. B.A. Razil. Miss M.M.K.H. Munasinghe. Razil. Mr. H.I.D. Zoisa. Miss S. Sridharan. Mrs. M. Loga Prahashini. Mrs. D. M. N.I. Dasanayaka. Miss M.S.F. Samiha. Miss K.K.G. Jayavira. Miss M.L.A. Izzat. Mrs. A.R.M.T.L.A. Ratnayaka. Miss R.D.S.W. Vatsala. Miss A.M. Umayangani. Miss H.P.S.S. Ratnayaka. Mr. L.P. Sandaruan. Miss G.K.A. Niranji. No. Miss W.U.S. Fernando. Miss N.T. Imal Shah. Mr. R. Thanatas. Miss M.K.P.Y. Sevandi. Mr. K. J.K. Nambuge. Miss K.M.S. Madhushika. Mr. J.H.D.D. Jayamaha. Miss MJF Azra. Mr. RNN Abenayaka. Miss HMNP Gunaratna. Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to invite Dr. Anoma Satarasinghe, Head, Department of Language, English Language Teaching, on the stage to give away the awards. Mrs. RWML Ranavira. Miss N. Yalani. Mr. M.K.M. Sahran. Miss W.L.I. Niboda. Mrs. J.M.S.G. Kosali. Mr. A.N.A. Mupairij. Miss M.A.F. Shamila. Mr. H.B. Veeratunga. Miss P. Gayatri. Gayatri. Mrs. E. A.A.N. Edirisinghe. Mrs. M.N.F. Mariam. Miss T.S. Varnakulasuriya. Miss M. Ayub. Miss S.N. Madhuwela. Miss Sivagini. Mr. M.L.M. Salji. Thank you very much, Dr. Satarasinghe. Bachelor of Arts, Honours in Library and Information Studies, academic year 2019. I would like to invite Ms. Damayanti Gunasekara on the stage to give away the awards. Mr. A.J. Mohammad Naujad. Mr. W.R.N. Fernando. Miss S.R. Fernando. Mrs. S.K.D.K. Subhashini, Mr. H.P. Korlage, Miss T.A.S.H. Tennakon, thank you very much, Ms. Gunasekara. BA Honours in English and English Language Teaching, academic year 2019-2020. I would like to invite the Dr. Kala Chandra Mohan, Head Department of English Language Studies. Miss W.W.M.S.L. Fernando. Miss S.V.E.F. Andrews. Miss R. Kamaluddin. Miss F.A. Yehia. Miss D.P. Kurupu. Miss R.D.B.S.W. Rajapaksha. Mrs. A.F.H.F. Farah. Miss D.S. Gunawardana. Thank you very much, Dr. Tandamahan. Bachelor of Laws degree program, academic year 2021-2022. Now I would like to invite Dr. Sanath Vijayasinghe, the head of law, Department of Law, on the stage to give away the awards. Miss A.A.M. Aman. Miss R.M.H.S. Ratnayaka. Mrs. U.M.S. Kumari. Mrs. T.C.M.G.A.S. Kure. Miss G.L.C. Lakshani. Miss T. Yalini. Miss S. Abhilashini. Miss UKTGD Silva. Miss HVCD Vijayaratna. Miss HMD SP Herat. Thank you very much, Dr. Vijay Singh. Bachelor of Arts in Youth, Community and Development, academic year 2021-2022. Now I would like to invite Dr. P. Padmanesan, the head Department of Social Studies, on the stage to give away the awards. Mrs. G.A.D. Narmada. Mrs. M.K.P. Madhushani. Miss D.P.N. Ranavaka. Reverend W.J. Khoongie.
Congratulations to all the awardees. I hope you continue your academic excellence. And now I would like to invite Professor K.R.M. De Silva, Convener, Student Research Symposium, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences 2023, to give the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It's with great pleasure and that we, the organizing committee of the 3rd Student Research Symposium of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, extend our heartfelt thanks for all of you for supporting us in making this symposium a resounding success. First of all, we wish to extend our sincere thanks to Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratne, Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest of this ceremony and for gracing this occasion, and for that insightful speech he made. We are grateful to you for extending the fullest cooperation and continuous support in all the activities related to this symposium. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to extend our sincere thanks to the keynote speaker today, Professor Nishantha Sampath Punchheva, the Dean, Faculty of Law, University of Colombo, for accepting our invitation and delivering that insightful keynote speech. You highlighted the value of investing on research and development. Thank you very much for that speech. We would also like to thank Professor Anton Peyaratne, the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, for his leadership and his untiring effort in making this event a success. We appreciate your contribution and dedication very much. Our thanks also, I would also like to thank the former deans of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences who initiated this faculty research, student research symposium, and also the previous research committees for their initiative and supporting in continuing this symposium activities. Our thanks also go to the deans of the 6 faculties, the directors, and all academics, non-academics, and administrative staff for the support extended and also for grace in this occasion. A special word of thanks goes to Dr. Vikram Singha, the bursar of the OUSL, for assisting us in obtaining financial support, and to the printer and the staff of the OUSL press for printing the proceedings and the dockets at very short notice. Thank you very much. The directors and the staff of the IT division of the OUSL and the SETME, that is the Center for Educational Technology and Media, I think they deserve a special word of thanks. Thank you for creating the Symposium website, promotional videos and material, and for live streaming this event. We can see the talented group of videographers here and the technical staff in action, trying to capture every significant moment of this event. I also would like to thank the maintenance division of the university for their hard work and the support extended. And thank you, Ms. Vindya Angammana, the Assistant Director, Colombo Regional Center, and the staff of CRC for arranging this hall for this ceremony. Your support is greatly appreciated. I make this opportunity to thank our pool of reviewers from the 4 departments and our dedicated group of language editors from the Department of Language Studies and the Department of English Language Teaching. Thank you very much. I would also like to extend our gratitude to the chairpersons, discussants, and the evaluators for their invaluable support in making this event a success. This symposium would not have been possible without the devotion and dedication of the conference chair, Dr. Padmanesan Sanmugeshwaran, and the organizing committee and the subcommittees of the Student Research Symposium Organizing Committee. The academic management, namely the Academic Management Committee, the Finance Committee, Publicity and Promotion Committee, and the Logistics and Technical Committee. I would also like to thank Ms. EMID Premaratna, Assistant Director, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Assistant Registrar, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences for her support. And also Ms. Manoji De Silva for her invaluable contribution in making this event a success. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. My sincere thanks go to our student volunteers, for their enthusiasm, interest, and support in making this event a success. Your contribution is remarkable. A big thank you to the 2 excellent compeers. Our compeers, Ms. Rebecca Jayatilaka and Ms. Sarah Andrews, our undergraduates of the BA Honours in English and English Language Teaching Program, for a great job done. I hope you will cherish this experience, and I wish you all the best, and we are very proud of you. I would like to congratulate the Dean's List awardees on your great achievement. Hope this will encourage you and the other students to achieve higher levels in your academic journey and success in your academic journey. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you. I would like to thank all the academic staff, administrative staff, non-academic staff of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences and the university, both permanent and temporary, right, for your presence here, and also for our students who are in person here, and also for those who are watching us online. A conference will never be successful if there are no good paper submissions. I'd like to congratulate all our students of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, as well as those presenters from other universities for their contribution, and I wish you all the best in your presentations. I would also like to thank your mentors for guiding you and assisting you and encouraging you to present at this conference. You made us proud. I will now conclude my vote of thanks with a quote from Zig Ziglar. The VC highlighted it in his speech as well. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great, right? So this is your start. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. And thank you, everybody, for being up.
Thank you, Dr. Radhika. All good things should come to an end. It's one of the most common sayings, I guess, but today this is not just the end, it's the beginning of the presentation of the papers in a few minutes. Before that, I would like to invite the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences on stage to give away the token of appreciation to our keynote speaker, Professor Nishantha Sampath Punchiheva. Thank you, dear sir, for committing your time for us. I'm sure you had a very busy schedule. Thank you, sir. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are more hills to climb. Hoping to have many more symposiums of this nature, we would now like to proceed towards the very reason of why we are here today. And before that, it's always good to have something, isn't it? I mean, a happy tummy before a happy brain. So moving on to the refreshments. The parallel session 1 will be held in venue faculty board room of HSS, and then the parallel session 2 will be at the seminar room, faculty of HSS. The parallel session 3 will be at CER OUSL, and the parallel session 4 will be at the audio visual room, library OUSL. I hope that's clear for everyone. And now we can proceed downstairs to have your refreshments. Before that, I would like to remind the student volunteers, members of the research committee, to remain in the hall, and others can proceed downstairs. Thank you very much, and let's hope for another symposium of this nature. Let's all give a final round of applause for this day.